Raider Nation, let me ask you something. After a 3-14 season, a fired head coach, and the #1 overall pick in our hands, do you really think the Raiders are just going to sit around and do nothing? Because that's not what happened. The Raiders wasted no time making moves right after the 2025 season ended, and today we're breaking down 12 signings that flew under the radar, but could matter way more than people think. I'm Victor. This is Raiders Nation Update, your home for real Raiders news and real Raiders opinions. Before we dive in, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us reach our next big goal, 500 subscribers. Raider Nation, this channel grows one fan at a time, and you are part of that. Now let's talk about what the Raiders just did, and why it actually tells us a lot about the future. The Raiders ended the 2025 season on a high note, beating the Kansas City Chiefs 14-12. Yeah, let that sink in. A safety, 8 field goals, and a win over our biggest rival. That victory moved the Raiders to 3-14, and it also marked the end of the Pete Carroll era in Las Vegas, an era that lasted exactly one season. At 74 years old, Pete Carroll became the oldest head coach in NFL history, and while the expectations were high, the results just weren't there. And honestly, Raider Nation, with the #1 overall pick likely being a quarterback, it made zero sense to keep a coach who wasn't going to be here long-term to develop him. So the Raiders moved on, quickly. While the coaching firing grabbed headlines, the Raiders quietly made another important move. They signed 12 players to reserve future contracts, all from the practice squad. Now, these aren't flashy signings. These aren't Pro Bowlers. But this is how good teams build depth. And remember this, the Raiders are projected to have over $100 million in cap space and 10 draft picks in April. That means competition is coming, and these guys are getting their shot. Here are the 12 players signed to reserve future contracts. RB Chris Collier, WR, Brendan Rice, WR, Philip Dorsett, Second, WR, Justin Shorter, T.E. Albert Okwuegbunam Jr., G. McClendon Curtis, G. Layden Robinson OL, Laki Tassi OT, Joshua Miles OT, Dalton Wagner, DT Trevin Maye LB Jamin Davis. Let's break down the most interesting names. Okwuegbunam actually saw the most action in 2025. In Week 5 against the Colts with Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer out, he played 31 offensive snaps and caught 5 passes for 36 yards. That matters. It showed he can step in when needed, and in today's NFL, tight end depth is huge, especially in red zone packages. Jamin Davis is interesting. Former first-round pick, barely played, just 16 total defensive snaps all season. He finished with 3 tackles, 1 solo. But Raider Nation, talent doesn't disappear overnight. If the new coaching staff believes they can unlock him, this could be a low-risk, high-upside move at linebacker, a position we desperately need help at. Now let's talk about the biggest name here, Philip Dorsett II. Former first-round pick in 2015, Super Bowl champion with the Patriots and Super Bowl lead, former Tom Brady teammate. Career stats, 151 receptions, 2,001 yards, 12 touchdowns. He hasn't played since 2023, but if there's one thing this locker room needs, it's experience and professionalism. And yes, that Patriots connection keeps showing up. Brendan Rice, this one hits different. Son of Jerry Rice, a Raiders legend. He joined the practice squad last month, and Raider Nation, this is the kind of player fans love to root for. He'll have to earn it, but nobody's going to outwork him. Guys like Laki Tassi, Dalton Wagner, and Chris Collier already showed flashes in the preseason, and let me say this clearly. With a rookie quarterback likely coming in, offensive line depth is not optional. It's mandatory. These signings tell me the Raiders are already thinking ahead. As a fan, I like this approach. This isn't about headlines. This is about building the bottom of the roster, creating competition, and letting the new coaching staff evaluate everything from scratch. Nobody's being handed a job. Everybody's got to earn it. That's how it should be. Now, Raider Nation, I want to hear from you. Which of these signings do you like the most? Is there someone here you think could actually make the 53-man roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read them all. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to Raiders Nation Update, and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers. I'm Victor. This is Raiders Nation Update, and no matter how tough it gets, just win, baby.